Ahsoka, Tano and Captain Rex met at the Battle of Christophsis, both serving under the Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker. Ahsoka quickly grew to respect Rex, as he taught her leadership and how experience outranks everything. They would become friends, with Captain Rex defying Order 66 to save Ahsoka. But what if they were closer than friends? What if they fell in love? How would this change Star Wars history? As you are about to see, a lot changes. As Anakin Skywalker and his new Padawan Ahsoka Tano are bickering, Rex can't be helped but drawn to the Togruta. As Ahsoka calls the General Sky Guy, Rex can't help but let out a small chuckle. These two will get along just fine, thought Rex to himself, as he watched Anakin finally walk away to make preparations for the upcoming battle. Rex finally gets a chance to speak with Ahsoka. She was, as the General thought, snippy, confident in her abilities, and had a lot to learn. As we progress through the Clone Wars, we see Ahsoka beginning to grow into a wise and powerful leader, earning the respect and affection of Rex, which failed to go unnoticed by Anakin. In particular, Rex noticed Ahsoka beginning to respect the enemy more, as she demonstrated by her battles with the Kaleesh warrior General Grievous, being more patient with every encounter. But then comes the situation on Felucia. Ahsoka is kidnapped by the ruthless Trandoshans, and Rex and his men cannot find her, despite his best efforts. As Plo Koon recalls General Skywalker back to Coruscant, Rex is in turmoil. Would he defy orders in search of his commander, or go back to Coruscant? Just then, a hand rests upon his shoulder. It's Anakin, telling Rex that they needed to go. With a reluctant sigh, Rex puts his helmet back on, and they headed back off to Coruscant. As they fly back, Anakin can see the distress coming off Rex in waves, and with a furtive glance, he asks him what's wrong. Rex understands the sly grin on General's face, and knows he cannot admit his feelings for Ahsoka, given the Jedi Code, so with a small smile to himself, asks how things are between Anakin and Senator Amidala, causing Anakin to tell Rex to keep it a secret. It had been in fact Ahsoka who had found out about the relationship between the General and Senator Amidala. Rex is relieved when Ahsoka manages to find her way out, and Anakin allows his Padawan to be in a relationship with Rex. This brings us on to Ahsoka being framed for the bombing of the Jedi Temple, as not much changes in between. With the secrecy of her relationship with Rex, this gives her an even better reason to leave the Jedi Order. This also encourages Anakin to leave the Jedi Order, as he wishes to further its relationship with Padme. Rex would continue to serve the 501st Division in the battlefield, with Ahsoka and Anakin occasionally assisting in the battalion when they had time. Anakin and Ahsoka would tend to spend time together when their respective partners were on duty, together going on missions to find out the true motive behind the war. Meanwhile, Sidious is annoyed. He had planned to use Ahsoka's trial as a way of causing Anakin to turn to the dark side, but he had failed. Not only that, Skywalker's pesky pet was still interfering with his affairs. This could not be allowed to continue. Sidious dispatches Dooku to eliminate Ahsoka, and eventually tracks her to the planet of Mustafar, a secret separatist location. But as soon as Dooku landed on the planet, alarm bells rang inside the Sith Lord's head, as he was surrounded by clone troopers. Using his lightsaber, Dooku methodically blocked and dissected the troopers, before he was met with the blue blade of Anakin Skywalker. Dooku no longer saw fear in the eyes of Anakin, only emptiness, as Dooku was retreating from the sheer velocity of Anakin's strikes. Dooku had to try something different. Distracting Anakin by throwing many of Mustafar's rocks, Dooku lets out a jolt of force lightning, which meets into Anakin's undefended torso. Dooku smirked as he pointed his blade at the throat of the former Jedi. Dooku lunged for the kill, but was met by two blades through his chest, as there stood Ahsoka, with Rex by her side, pointing his pair of D-17 blaster pistols at the fallen Sith Lord. Back on Coruscant, Palpatine laughed. His plan to get rid of Dooku had worked, and soon he would have a much more powerful apprentice. That is it for part 1 of What If Ahsoka and Rex Fell in Love. I decided not to include the Lux and Ahsoka arc, as I don't see Ahsoka debating between Rex and Lux, whilst being in a relationship with Rex. If you'd like to see a part 2, please like this video and subscribe for more what ifs, and as always, leave a comment on what if you'd like to see next. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.